So what it's like to survive boondocking in the big rig. We spend 11 days boondocking in southwestern Arizona, and this is what we learned. So what is boondocking? Well, boondocking is basically a dry camping, but the definition is more of dispersed camping on a public lands. Okay, but we understand boondocking. If you stop at the rest area and spend the night in your RV, we mix with the semi trucks, or if you're at the truck stop, we call it a dry camping or boondocking to some degree. There's also boondocking in a harvest host. We've done a few of those, and you have to be self-sufficient, self-supportive, because they don't provide the plugins, electricity, water, or sewer, anything like that. And that's basically what the boondocking on the public lands is. So where are we? Well, we are near Quartzsite, Arizona. Quartzsite is a kind of quirky little town, population 2,400, but I'm kind of questioning that. That explodes into a 500,000 people or so during the months of January and February. So it is sort of like RV capital of the world, and it's a weird little place. We are basically camping or boondocking on the land. It's a federal government-owned land managed by BLM. Well, not BLM, the other BLM, Bureau of Land Management. And the idea behind this is that you have to be self-sufficient, self-supportive, meaning they don't provide you, same thing, no plugins, no electricity, water, sewer, or anything like that. So you have to kind of make it on your own. So how did we do? We made it 11 days without moving. As you can see, we are kind of sitting here, sitting in the desert, and just sort of living off the grid. Okay, so what that means that we had enough water, a little over 100 gallons, to use to shower, cook, and the rest of it for 11 days, which is really pretty good. Also, we had to do about 3 hours of generators running per day. I calculated it takes me about a 700 ampere hours of usage to run this big thing, and that requires the generator pumping out about 250 total, 250 amps. So about 3 hours worth of time the generator running, because we are apparently the only ones here that don't have a solar panels. This is the land of a solar panel, so we don't have that yet. So the Quartzsite is a little town of 2,400, which I'm like a question, I just don't see it. But it has near or about 70 campgrounds or different RV sites, which most of them are seasonal, which means now that we are just the first week of April, most of it is shut down. There's hardly anybody here. So out of those 70 RV sites, they get all filled up and sold. There are about 11,000 acres of land, federal land, that we can camp on. And that's a kind of interesting story on its own. So how does a BLM run this? Well, there are 3 ways of staying here. There's a long-term boondocking, and those come in 2 flavors. You can do like a 14-day stays, and that is a $40 fee. Or you can do a seasonal pass. I think it runs from, well, pretty much covers the winter. It's like 7 months, and that pass is $180, I believe. So it's like $1 a day versus $3 a day for $40 and 14 days. Or there are lands out there too. You can just pull in and you stay there as long as you want, and nobody bothers you. So there's all kinds of flavors with this. The site that we are on is 14-day stay. We have to move out after 14 days. We have to move out 25 miles, I believe, from here, and then we can come back and continue. The benefit of this site is that we have a trash pickup. So yeah, we chose to park close to the trash pickup. I don't know why we like it, but also they would have a porta potty, non-running water toilets, about every half a mile or so. So it's a convenience for a lot of people who live in the trailers and they don't have that large capacity to large holding tanks. So it works out great. There's all kinds of people here. So there is people sleeping in their cars, vans. They pitched a tent on the desert here, and then there are people who have little bigger kind of like maybe a little bit way oversized for this place, not by size, but just because most people don't have as much capacity as we do, but we just love it here. So what do you do here? Well, you can do relax, just this very peaceful, very quiet. What you find in an RV resort is usually a golf cart is a vehicle of choice. Here is ATV, all-terrain vehicles. We are surrounded by mountains on both sides, actually, yeah, pretty much. And they're not very far away, and it's a beautiful hiking area. We've done a lot of hiking and running and off-road mountain biking, so the bikes are dusty and ready for the next day. We just did a 15-mile today. So it's a good outdoorsy if you just like to be out and in nature and be off the grid, as they say. So that's where we are. So how do we manage to survive 11 days without being plugged in? Well, a 105-gallon water tank gives you, that's a lot of water. My queen and I can actually shower with 5 gallons of water. I know that sounds like how do you do that? Well, there's a way of saving water, and when you have to, you kind of learn quickly how to do that. And so we have also large holding tanks that we can manage to do that. And like I said, generator usage, we ran about 3 hours a day because the heat is not an issue. Temperature is just fantastic. It's a mid-40s at night, dry, very low humidity, and mid-70s daytime, meaning we don't need to have air conditioning running, which makes it easy on the generator. So, but if we would have a solar panel, we could really minimize the usage of the generator. But like I said, we don't, so we managed just fine. So 11 days was a stretch. We just took a showers and they kind of ran out of water, so we have to go out and take care of that. In this section where we're sitting right now, there's actually about 5 or 6 sections. Our site area does not have a running water in the dump, so we have to drive about 2 miles down the road, and across the road there is a larger area. They have potable water and dumps, so we can take care of our sewer and whatnot, and we're going to be doing that pretty soon. So some of the surprises that we found out here. One is at Quartzsite. We found out to be ghostly town, as they call it, off season. We got here in March. They're calling that's already off season. Thousands of people have already left. So I anticipated the town of Quartzsite to be much bigger, much more robust, but we found it to be very sleepy. The other surprise was that just about anybody and everybody, from van to anybody, trailers, everybody has a solar panels here. That's a huge benefit. Also, on the sites, that these portable toilets, they're impeccably, they clean twice a week, and we found them to be very clean and well maintained, which was really surprised. You would think that people that live off the grid are just kind of trashy or whatever, but they're actually not. People are coming, walking half a mile, bringing the piece of garbage just to put in the dumpster. So from that standpoint, is really a surprise. So there you have it. After 11 days, we're going to be just packing it up here, make a short couple of mile drive and take care of our sewer and replenish the water, and we're going to be set for we're probably going to stay a few more days here. It's been a great visit and we really enjoyed it. So our first full-time boondocking real experience. So if you enjoyed this video, you'll click subscribe, follow us, and see where we end up down the road. But then you know what to do. Thanks for watching. See you down the road.